Hello, my friends. Tony here with MTD, and we are in Dearborn, Michigan at Motor City Spindle Repair, and I am with my good friend Thomas. Today we're going to talk a little bit about what Thomas does on this Doosan machine and what he creates to help you get your spindles repaired quicker, more efficient, and hopefully more cost effectively. So, Tom, tell me a little bit about what you do and what you're doing on this Doosan machine.
What I'm making on the Doosan is a drawbar right now, and this drawbar, the old one was bent beyond recognition, so we're remanufacturing 4 brand new drawbars, which you can't really buy. So we had this 6150 gun drilled, and now I'm machining it down. I'm going to flip it over, do the threads. Here's the old drawbar. I'm not really sure what machine it's out of. I don't really know those details all that often, but I reverse engineer this and create a new one.
So in essence, you're taking a product that no longer exists and you're making it for your customers so they have the ability to get their machine spindle repaired quicker.
Much quicker. It's waiting months for a part rather than we can make it in a day.
And I would imagine a drawbar like this is probably some pretty tough material, right?
Yes.
So has the Doosan been reliable and rigid enough for you to really, sit down on this material and make some heavy cuts and get this product done effectively and efficiently for yourself?
It's extremely rigid. I've never ran a machine more rigid than this Doosan. I just can't say enough about it.
And I know you've programmed a lot of machines and worked on a lot of lathes, some different interfaces. Do you find that the FANUC control is pretty user-friendly?
It's my favorite.
Is it?
Yes, it's my favorite control. It with the manual guide eye, it's very easy just to take 100,000ths off a part. You can go in your manual guide eye and input all the criteria that needs and press go.
So we talked about the rigidity of this machine. You obviously love the interface, the programming style. FANUC is known around the world, very popular. But what year is this Doosan machine?
It's a 2007.
And have you had any issues with it?
None.
So we are talking about some pretty quality reliability here.
It's the highest.
The guys at Doosan and Ellison love hearing that. What are some of the products that you've created here on this table? I see a whole array of different products. Tell me more about what you're creating and how this benefits your customers.
This is a housing for a high-speed spindle. It's going to be a grinding spindle, and this is 6150. We manufactured this in the Doosan, and what was great about this part was I just machined some soft jaws and stuck it in there, and I didn't need the tail stock. The chuck has enough rigidity to it where the tolerances are to the 10th. This is the rear nut for the spindle. This is going to hold it all together. And then the front nut, and that's how, the threads are perfect.
Yeah.
With these, and you see all the little, everything has to mate together and spin separately. There can't be any contact in there. So this machine is just perfect for hitting your numbers.
Well, it sounds like a lot of the processes that you do, and we've mentioned it once already, but I want to reiterate, a lot of the processes you do, there's components that either are difficult to find, have long lead times, or maybe don't exist at all. So what you're doing really is truly helping your customer. When we think about how significant it is for a machine spindle to be broken down and how much money we lose by the second when a machine spindle is broken down, it's probably significant for you to be able to create these parts and get that turnaround time for your customer to get those spindles up and going again. I'd imagine that's pretty important for your customers as well.
It's everything for them. Downtime is money, and if we can get them back up and running as fast as possible, we get repeat customers. That is our business, to get everybody's spindle back up and running.
And the experts here at Motor City Spindle Repair, you guys do an amazing job at that. I know that you send free quotes to customers, and your turnaround time is, it's really uplifting to the customer who's struggling and stressed out about that machine spindle being broken down. I know that your customer service is great, your social media is great, so thank you for offering your testimonial on this Doosan, some of the parts you create. Thank you for supporting such a great company. If I wanted to know more about how to get in touch with you guys, where would I find you?
You find us on LinkedIn or motorcityrepair.com. We're very heavy on social media, Instagram. So any of those platforms, you can find us just by looking up Motor City Repair.
You're pretty easy to find, it sounds like.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Well, Tom, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with me. I learned a lot. Your insight has been helpful. Thank you for being a part of the MTD Global Show, and I wish you the best.